You can laugh your way into a marriage, but you'll cry your way out, one payment at a time. In Thailand, the joke isn't the wedding. The joke is thinking you're the one in control. I told myself it didn't matter, that it was just for fun, that I could walk away any time I wanted. But you don't drop $60,000 on a joke. And when a woman like Noi knows your weaknesses better than you do, it's not a marriage anymore, it's a sentence. If you like stories like this, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm standing in this small Buddhist temple in Pattaya, wearing a rented white shirt that's strangling my gut. The air is thick with incense and the sound of monks chanting in a language I don't understand. Noi looks absolutely stunning in her traditional Thai dress, all gold and red silk that makes her skin glow like honey. Her family is crying happy tears around us. Her mother keeps pressing her palms together and bowing to me like I'm some kind of... Yeah, her uncle is grinning so wide I can see his gold tooth flashing in the candlelight. And me? I'm thinking this is all just play acting. You sure about this, Ben? I whisper to myself, but the words get lost in the chanting. The monk ties our hands together with a white rope. Noi looks up at me with those big brown eyes, and for a second, I forget this is supposed to be fake. She's 28, I'm 61. She works at Angel Witch Bar on Walking Street, and I'm a retired electrician from Phoenix who should know better. But when she smiles at me like that, I feel like I'm 30 again. I promise take care you, she whispers in her broken English. You good man, Ben. You make me happy. The ceremony costs $300. I pay it like I'm buying dinner at Denny's. This isn't real marriage, I tell myself. Just some Thai tradition thing to make her family happy. Maybe get her a visa later if things work out between us. But when she kisses me, after the monk finishes his blessing, something shifts in my chest. Something I haven't felt since Linda walked out 3 years ago. Maybe I want this to be real more than I'm willing to admit. That night in our hotel room overlooking the beach, Noi curls up against my chest. She traces little circles on my skin with her finger. Now we marry, she says softly. Now you my husband. Yeah, I say, staring at the ceiling fan spinning overhead. I guess we are. But I'm thinking, it's just pretend, Ben. Don't get carried away. I should have listened to myself. I need you to understand how I got here. How a man like me ends up marrying a bar girl in Thailand like it's some kind of romantic comedy. 3 years ago, Linda cleaned out half my retirement and moved to Seattle with Derek, her yoga instructor. 28 years of marriage gone. She took the house, the dog, and most of my dignity, left me with a condo in Phoenix, and a drinking problem I wasn't ready to admit I had. I was sleeping 4 hours a night and drinking the rest. My buddy Rick found me passed out on my kitchen floor one Tuesday morning. Dave, you're killing yourself, he said, helping me to the couch. You need to get out of here. Go somewhere. Thailand's cheap, weather's good, people are friendly. I'm not looking for a wife, Rick. I'm not talking about a wife. I'm talking about finding yourself again. So I bought a one-way ticket to Bangkok. Figured I'd try the expat life for a few months, maybe learn to live again. I met Noi on my second week in Pattaya. Angel Witch Bar on Walking Street. Not the classiest place, but it wasn't the worst either. Most of the girls there were aggressive, grabbing at your wallet, pushing overpriced drinks. But Noi was different. She was sitting at the end of the bar, reading something on her phone. When I sat down next to her, she just smiled and went back to her phone. You're not going to try to sell me a drink? I asked. She laughed. You buy drink if you want drink. I'm not here to trick you. We talked for 3 hours that first night. She showed me pictures of her daughter, Ploy, back in Biram province. 9 years old, gap tooth 3-0. I work here for her, Noi said, her English careful but clear. Send money for school for my mother who's sick. Not easy job, but I do what I have to do. She didn't ask me for money. Didn't even ask me to buy her another beer. For 3 weeks I went back to that bar just to talk to her. We'd sit there while music pounded around us, and she'd tell me about her music, about raising a daughter alone, about dreams of opening a small restaurant someday. You good listener, she said one night. Most Farang, they not really listen. They just wait to talk. That's when I knew I was falling for her. She made me feel like I mattered again, like I wasn't just another lonely old fool with money burning a hole in his pocket. I should have known that feeling would cost me everything. 3 months after our temple wedding, I'm living in a rented condo in Jomtien Beach. Noi has moved in with me, and we're playing house like a real married couple. But small things are starting to bother me. Her phone is always buzzing, always. Day, night, doesn't matter. She says it's her daughter calling, or her mother, or her sister with some emergency. But she always steps out to the balcony to answer, always talks in rapid Thai that I can't understand. Everything okay? I ask when she comes back inside. Yes, no problem, she says, but her smile looks forced. Just family talk. The money requests start small and reasonable. Ploy needs new books, $200. Her mother needs medicine, $300. The family buffalo got sick and died, $500 for a new one. I send the money without question. This is what husbands do, right? Take care of the family. But when I suggest we visit her family in Buriram, Noi gets nervous. They're very shy, used to Farang. Maybe later when they're ready. But we're married now. Shouldn't I meet my in-laws? She changes the subject. I catch her in small lies too. She tells me she's going to the market, but I see her at Central Festival Mall with friends I've never met. Young Thai women with expensive purses and perfect makeup. Who don't look like they need to work in bars? Who were those girls, I ask. You not me. But when I try to be social, try to make friends with her circle, she always has an excuse. They're busy, they don't speak English, they're shy around Farang. One night, I wake up at 3 a.m. and she's not in bed. I find her on the balcony talking quietly on her phone. When she sees me, she hangs up quickly. Who was that? My sister. Problem with her husband. At 3 in the morning. Different time zone, she says, but Baram is in the same time zone as Pattaya. I let it slide. I want to believe her. I need to believe her, because if I can't trust Noi, then what the hell am I doing with my life? The truth hits me like a slap in the face at Jameson's Irish pub. I'm having a beer with Tom, another American expat who's been in Pattaya for 8 years. Tom knows everyone, sees everything. He's the kind of guy who remembers faces and connects dots. Hey, Dave, he says, halfway through his Guinness. Saw your wife the other night? Yeah? Where? Beach Road. She was at that little bar near the Hilton, you know the one? Having drinks with some young Thai guy. Real cozy, if you know what I mean. My stomach drops. What do you mean, cozy? His arm around her, her head on his shoulder. Looked like more than friends, mate. I try to keep my voice steady. Maybe it was just, I don't know, someone from her village or something. Tom gives me a look. Dave. She was feeding him food off her fork. That's not village friendship. That night, I wait for Noi to come home. She's 3 hours late, smells like cigarettes and beer. Where were you? Shopping with my friend Nim, she says, not meeting my eyes. Tom saw you on Beach Road with a man. The change in her face is instant. Her eyes fill with tears. Her bottom lip starts trembling. You have someone watch me? She cries. You not trust me, why, Anjan? Tom just happened to see. You think I cheat on you? You think I bad woman? Maybe you marry me just for fun, but I take serious. I love you. By the end of the fight, I'm the one apologizing. I'm holding her while she cries, promising I trust her, that I'm just scared of losing her. She doesn't come home for 2 days. When she finally returns, she's cold, distant, like I'm a stranger who's overstayed his welcome. I find myself working overtime to win back her affection. I take her shopping at Central Festival, buy her a gold necklace that costs $800. I pay for dinner when her friends join us, 3 girls who order the most expensive items on the menu and barely acknowledge I exist. You see? Noi says, holding up the necklace to catch the light. You good husband, you take care of me. But her smile doesn't reach her eyes anymore, and I'm starting to realize I don't know the difference between love and performance. 2 months later, Noi drops the bomb that changes everything. Ben, she says, sitting on our bed with her hands folded in her lap. I pregnant. The world stops. I'm 61 years old, and I'm going to be a father. Are you sure? She nods, pulls out a pregnancy test from her purse. 2 pink lines. I start crying, actually crying. When Linda and I tried to have kids, it never happened. Doctor said it was probably me. Now at 61, I'm getting a second chance at everything. We need to get you to America, I say, pulling her into my arms. Get you proper medical care, get the baby. American citizenship is expensive, she says quietly. Visa process very difficult. I don't care what it costs. That's when she mentions my Lee. My friend. Lee lady who helped with visa, very fast, very professional. She helped many Thai women get to America. My Lee turns out to be a middle-aged Thai woman. She explains the process over coffee at an expensive hotel. For a pregnant woman, we have special expedite process, she says in perfect English, but must move quickly. Paperwork, medical exams, interviews, very complex. How much? Normally 15,000, but because Noi is friend, I do for 8,000. I wire the money that afternoon, $8,000 to secure my wife and unborn child's future in America. 2 weeks later, Noi starts bleeding. The miscarriage happens fast. One day she's glowing and talking about baby names. The next, she's in Bangkok hospital, pale and empty-eyed. I'm sorry, the doctor says. These things happen in first trimester. Very common. I'm heartbroken, but Noi seems almost relieved. She's sad, sure, but there's something in her expression that looks like she's been let off the hook. Maybe better this way, she says when we're back home. We too young for baby anyway. That's when I start wondering about the visa money. I call Malie directly. What happens to the application now? What application? She says. My wife's visa application, the $8,000 I paid you 2 weeks ago. There's a long pause. Sir, I think you have wrong number. I never process any application for woman named Noi. The account where I sent the money has been emptied. Malie's office phone number is disconnected. Her business address turns out to be a mail forwarding service. When I confront Noi, she breaks down in tears again. She scammed me too, she cries. I lose baby and now this. Why everyone hurt us? But when she thinks I'm not looking, I catch something in her eyes. Something calculating. Something that looks almost like satisfaction. For the first time since I met her, I wonder if I know this woman at all. I'm losing my mind. It's been a month since the visa scam, and I can't think straight anymore. I've stopped going to the gym, stopped meeting Tom and the other expats for coffee at Jameson's. I spend my days in our condo, drinking Singa beer at 10 in the morning and replaying every conversation Noi and I have ever had, looking for clues, looking for lies, looking for the moment I should have seen this coming. Noi comes and goes as she pleases now. Sometimes she's home, sometimes she's not. When I ask where she's been, she gets defensive. I need space, she says. You always suspicious now, always watching me. Maybe I am. But I can't help it. The money requests keep coming and they're getting bigger. Ploy needs surgery on her appendix, $2,000. Noi's mother fell and broke her hip, $1,500 for the hospital. The family rice farm flooded, $3,000 to replant. I know I should say no. I know I'm being played. But every time I think about cutting her off, I picture her crying, picture leaving, picture myself alone in this condo, with nothing but my own stupidity. For company. So I keep paying. I'm down $20,000 now, not counting the visa scam, but I keep sending money because I don't know how to stop. Because stopping means admitting that everything I believed was a lie. Tom tries to talk sense into me when he runs into me at the 7-Eleven. Dave, you look like hell. What's going on? Nothing. Just bullshit. When's the last time you shaved? When's the last time you left that condo for something other than beer? I can't answer him because I don't know. Look, mate, I've seen this before. Thai women, they're not all scammers, but some of them, they know exactly which buttons to push. They find lonely guys like us and they... No, not like that. Isn't she? How much money have you sent her family? I want to lie, but the number is burned into my brain. 28,000, including the visa thing. Tom whistles low. Jesus Christ, Dave. Her family has emergencies, medical bills. I'm her husband, it's my responsibility. We've ever met this family. We're planning a trip to Buriram soon. Dave? Tom grabs my shoulder. How long have you been married? 8 months. And in 8 months, you've never met her family. You've never been to her village. You've never even seen where she lived before she moved in with you. I pull away from him. You don't understand Thai culture. I understand scammer culture. And brother, you're drowning in it. I avoid Tom after that. I avoid everyone, because if they're right about Noi, then what does that make me? The loneliest man in Thailand, apparently. I discover the truth by accident. I'm at Big C shopping mall, picking up groceries when I see them. Noi is in the electronics section, with a Thai man about my age and a little girl who looks exactly like her. They're shopping. For television. The man has his arm around Noi's waist, and the little girl, he's jumping up and down, pointing at a big flat screen. Papa, can we get the big one? Please. Please, Papa. The man laughs and ruffles her hair. We'll see, sweetheart. And Noi? Noi is smiling at him the way she used to smile at me, the way I thought was just for me. I duck behind a display of rice cookers and watch them. The girl calls him Papa. She calls Noi Mama. They look like a real family shopping for their real home. I follow them through the store, keeping my distance. They buy the TV, some clothes for dinner, normal family stuff. The man pays with a credit card and the girl holds both their hands as they walk to the parking lot. I follow them home. It's a house I've never seen, in a neighborhood I've never been to. A nice middle-class neighborhood with a small yard and a motorcycle parked in the driveway. Through the window I can see family photos on the walls. The man, Noi, and the little girl at a temple, at the beach, celebrating birthdays. Happy family photos going back years. Photos that don't include me. I sit in my rented Honda for 2 hours, watching their life through that window. The man helps the girl with homework while Noi cooks dinner. They eat together, laugh together, watch TV on their new flat screen. This isn't an affair. This is her real life. And I'm not part of it. The little girl I've been sending money to support. The daughter I thought might someday call me grandfather. She's not even Noi's kid. She's his daughter from a previous marriage. I'm not husband number 2. I'm just customer number whatever. When I finally drive home to my empty condo, I feel something I haven't felt in months. Clarity. Brutal, devastating clarity. I don't confront her. What's the point? Instead, I decide to test her. See how deep this rabbit hole really goes. When Noi comes home the next evening, from her job at the salon, I'm sitting on the couch, staring at my bank statements. We need to talk, I say. She sits down next to me, and for a second I remember why I fell for her. She's still beautiful, still knows exactly how to look at me to make me feel important. Boy, wrong, darling. I'm having money problems. My pension got delayed. There is some issue with the paperwork back in Phoenix. Her face changes subtly. Not sympathetic, calculating. How long until fixed? Could be months. I might have to go back to the States to sort it out. She's quiet for a long time. Then, what about Ploy school fees? They due next week. Not, I barely have enough for rent. Noi disappears for a week. When she comes back, she's different, harder. The mask is completely off now. Ben, I've been thinking, maybe we need break. A break? You have money problems, I have family problems. Maybe better if I stay with friend for a while. Which friend? You don't know her. She packs a bag, takes her jewelry, and leaves. But 3 days later, she calls. Ben, I find solution for money problems. What kind of solution? I meet businessman who can help. He give me loan to help our family, but I need you sign papers. Show you serious about paying back. What kind of papers? Just guarantee. Promise that when your pension fixed, you pay him back. With interest. She needs $10,000, cash, to pay off family debts, so she can focus on our marriage properly. This is the moment I should hang up. This is the moment any sane person would tell her to go to hell. Instead, I go to the bank. Not because I believe her, but because I need to know how far down this goes. I need to see what happens when I give her exactly what she wants. I wire the money to an account she gives me, $10,000, transferred to someone named Narong Somprasong, who I've never heard of. Thank you, darling, she says when I call to confirm. You save our family. I come home tomorrow, we start fresh. She never comes home. Her phone number gets disconnected 2 days later. Her line account disappears. It's like she never existed. Except for the hole in my bank account, and the hole in my chest where my self-respect used to be. She's been gone 3 months now. Spring in Thailand is brutal, hot, humid, everything wilting under the relentless sun. Including me. I've been doing math. Sitting in this condo with bank statements spread across the coffee table, adding up the damage like some kind of masochistic accountant. The direct transfers, $63,000. Visa scam, family emergencies, business loans, school fees, medical bills, buffalo rice farms, and whatever the hell that last 10,000, but that's not the whole story. There's the gold jewelry I bought her, the shopping trips to Central Festival, the motorcycle she insisted she needed to visit her sick mother, the rent on this 3-bedroom condo she said we needed for when Ploy visited, the expensive dinners with her friends who treated me like a walking AT. When I add it all up, every baht, every dollar, every stupid, generous, desperate gesture, it comes to just over $80,000. That's not just money. That's 2 years of my pension. That's the down payment on a house back in Phoenix. That's my security, my future, my kids' inheritance. Gone, but you know what? The money isn't even the worst part. The worst part is what she took from me that can't be measured in dollars. I used to trust my instincts. When I was working construction back in Phoenix, I could tell within 5 minutes if a contractor was trying. I could read people, spot lies, see through bullshit from a mile away. She took that. She made me doubt everything I knew about human nature, including my own. I used to have self-respect. I used to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror without flinching. I used to believe I was worth something beyond my bank account. She took that too. She didn't just steal my money. She stole my ability to trust myself. She made me into the kind of man who gets taken advantage of by 28-year-old bar girls with fake tears and fake emergencies. That's what hurts most. Not the money. The knowledge that I became exactly the kind of fool I used to make fun of. And the real sick part. I'm not even angry at her anymore. I'm angry at myself for letting it happen, for ignoring every red flag, every warning sign, every alarm bell that was screaming in my head for another. Tom tried to warn me. Hell, my own gut tried to warn me. But I chose to be blind. That's on me, not her, me. She was just doing what she does. I'm the one who let her do it. I'm back in Phoenix, now. The desert heat feels different than Thai humidity. Cleaner somehow, like it's burning away the lies instead of just making you sweat. I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment in Glendale, working part-time at Home Depot to rebuild what's left of my savings. It's humbling, helping customers pick out screws and paint at my age, but it's honest work, and honesty feels good after a year of deception. My daughter Jessica called last week, first time in 2 years. Dad, it's Jess. Aunt Karen told me about what happened in Thailand. My stomach dropped. What exactly did she tell you? That you got involved with someone over there, that it didn't work out, that you lost some money. I could have lied, could have minimized it, made it sound like a small mistake instead of a complete life implosion. Instead, I told her the truth, all of it. The loneliness after her mother left, the bar girl who made me feel young again, the fake wedding, the fake pregnancy, the fake family emergencies, the $80,000 that disappeared along with my dignity. Jesus, Dad, I know how it sounds. It sounds like you were hurting and someone took advantage of that. I almost started crying right there in the Home Depot break room. I should have known better, Jess. I should have seen it coming. Maybe, but that doesn't make it your fault. Not entirely. She didn't say I told you so. She didn't lecture me about internet scams or gold diggers or being careful with foreign women. She just said she was glad I was home and did I want to have dinner sometime. We met at a Denny's near her house. She brought the grandkids, Tyler and Emma, ages 6 and 8. They barely remembered me, but Tyler liked my stories about elephants in Thailand, and Emma drew me a picture of an airplane. I missed you, Dad, Jessica said, when the kids were playing in the arcade. Even when you were married to Mom, you were, I don't know, distant? Angry? But you seem different now. Different how? Sadder, maybe, but more real. I'm seeing a therapist now, Dr. Patricia Chen, a kind woman in her 50s who doesn't judge, just listens. She says what happened to me in Thailand wasn't really about Thailand at all. You were grieving, she explains, your marriage, your identity, your sense of purpose. Grief makes us vulnerable, makes us seek connections that might not be healthy. I feel so stupid. Lonely people do things that seem stupid in retrospect. That doesn't make you stupid, it makes you human. She's teaching me the difference between being alone and being lonely. Being alone is a circumstance. Being lonely is a choice to focus on what's missing instead of what's present. I'm learning to be alone without being lonely. It's harder than it sounds, but I'm getting there. I've got my apartment, my job, my slowly rebuilding relationship with Jessica and the grandkids. I've got Tom, who emails from Pattaya to check on me. I've got Dr. Chen, who's helping me understand why I needed to feel needed so badly that I ignore every warning sign. I've got myself, the real me, not the desperate, vulnerable version who fell for a professional liar in a go-go bar. Not the bitter, angry version who blamed the world for his problems. Just me. 62 years old, $80,000 poorer, but maybe a little wiser. Some nights I think about Noi. Wonder if she's running the same scam on some other lonely expat. Wonder if she ever thinks about me, or if I was just another transaction in her ledger. Book. Mostly, though, I think about what I learned. That love isn't about feeling needed. It's about choosing to be present with someone who chooses to be present with you. That loneliness isn't cured by finding someone who will take your money. It's cured by learning to be comfortable with yourself. That starting over at 62 isn't a failure. It's a choice, and sometimes the most expensive lessons are the ones that save your life. I lost $80,000 in Thailand, but I found something worth more than money. I found my way back to myself. And that's not a joke, that's the truth. Thanks for staying with me through this whole story. If these kinds of real-life confessions resonate with you, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Sometimes the hardest stories to tell are the ones that need to be heard most.